All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Sunday. Welcome to the Super Sunday. It's interesting. I trust that your weekend is going phenomenal. So Instagram, welcome. Facebook, welcome. YouTube, welcome. And today, I'm actually coming in a little bit earlier than usual. So hopefully, you get to connect with me and we get to spend, a few minutes here together. So I got something special that I want to basically share with you today. Okay, give me a quick second. I think something happened here with Instagram. Give me a quick second. Bear with me. Oh, you know what? I think it was not in the correct one. All right, now let's see if we can get this thing right. All right. Instagram just connected here. Okay, so welcome to Super Sunday here. One Sunday, it's amazing how the week goes so quick, so fast. Isn't it? Happens to you? I mean, and it could well be the fact that we just get to, have a lot of fun, get to enjoy, get to do, what we love to do. So, hey, today I want to go ahead and share with you what I call the 4 levels of why. And it's interesting because the very first time that I came about this, it was by Abraham Maslow on his hierarchy of needs, on one of his many books that obviously I read. And it's interesting because today I was thinking, what is it that I want to share with you? And I want to take a moment to, share this 4 levels of why, because I think it's crucially important to understand where exactly you are, and where is it that you're looking to go? Because to me, I'm always studying myself. I'm always looking to personally develop, working on my mental toughness, on my emotions, on my spiritual being. So precisely, I want to be able to cover these 4 whys. But before I actually get started, don't forget to hit like, leave me a message, subscribe, hit the notification button there so that you get obviously notified when we do these lives. And, go ahead and share with others. And in advance, I want to, I want to say thank you for the people that take the time to really share it with others. Okay. So today I'm in my home, in my home office, from wherever you are. I'm going to be sharing the 4 levels of why that that I believe that are crucially important that you need to understand. Okay. So level number one is survival. Level number 2 is status. Level number 3, it's freedom. And level number 4, it's actually purpose. And it's interesting because if we dissect one by one, let's talk about survival, level number 1. And this is actually, once again, I basically learned it quite a while ago from many different, authors, from, Anthony Robbins to Abraham Maslow to, Patrick Bet-David. And it's been just an amazing, greatness of wisdom and knowledge, because it's interesting to notice, that every different level becomes different behavior, different mindset, different desires and things of that nature. So on survival, level 1, it's, working to, basically pay bills, working to just cover the necessities, the basic needs of life. And, and many people really just stop there, for the greater, good portion of many people, they just completely stop there. And that is, they live majority of their life in survival mode. That's why, I don't know if you heard certain things that, or certain phrases that people say, hey, stop surviving and start living, right? Well, start living, they come, to me, the way I understand it is by finding your purpose, by truly just discovering, what is it that you want to become in life, or what is it that you came to do in this earth. So, level number 1 is survival. Let's go to level number 2, which is status. And status is, when someone is in status, when you literally hear people saying, what is it that you would want to, what type of income do you want? And they say, hey, I want to make 7 figures a year, and you ask them why. And they say, well, because I want to have the nice car, the nice house. I want to be able to send the kids to prestigious schools. I want to make sure that my kids never go through the hardship that I had to go through. I want to make sure that, that I live well, and you hear those type of things from those people. I usually call them, keeping up with the Jonases, where you have a neighbor that, is having a lifestyle and you want to match their lifestyle, or you don't want to be, you don't want to feel like you're being left behind. Right. So anyways, it's all about status. It's all about showing, richness, or it's all about that. And that's all fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. I just want you to know there's nothing wrong by wanting to make more money and literally just having great and nice things. The interesting thing, though, is still a why. It's still 4 levels. We're all gonna go through them, through the survival one, through the status one. And most people really just, when you ask them about why is it that they want more money, the reality is that they say money, but behind it is really not even the money, is what the lifestyle that they can have, right? So anyways, even though I want you to understand this, that most people actually, when they reach that level of status, they sort of tend to stay there or remain there or quit. They don't go for more. And the third level is freedom. And freedom is when, someone gets sick of being sick, of just working and living, basically, because even when you got status, most of people that have the status, they owe it, and they don't have passive income to counterpart that lifestyle. And I can tell you this because in my first decade, I was leaving the status. When I was born in San Francisco, went back to Mexico. I was raised in Mexico until the 8.5 years of age, came back to America. And guess what? We started from ground zero, like everybody does. I wasn't born into, wealth. I wasn't given everything. We were in survival mode. My family, for the most portion of our lives, were survival. And then when we had the ability to go to the status level where we were okay, but we were making it, we had the cars, we had the houses, we had this, guess what? Majority just stay there. And that's it. That was their American dream, right? And the third level is freedom. And on freedom, I just want you to know that even though people are in the status level, the freedom level is when you're sick of having to work every single day, for a paycheck, just to pay, obviously, your lifestyle, and to pay the bills, and to pay, obviously, the status that you've been trying to keep, keeping up with the Jonases, right? So, and it's interesting because when people are seeking freedom, they want a breathing room. You at that point, you're sick of just saying, you know what, enough is enough, of just having to really just pedal and having the race, what I call the race 360, or the rat race that, Robert Kiyosaki talks about, right? So, it's interesting because many people that are seeking the freedom level, of the why, it's because they're sick of going to the office, or they're sick of whatever they're doing just to keep up with their status. And at the same time, they don't want to, it's almost, so it's almost like you want freedom for your family. It's almost like a selfish level. All right. Now, once again, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with being selfish. As a matter of fact, if your heart wasn't selfish, you wouldn't be alive right now with me right here. If my heart wasn't selfish, of pumping blood through the entire body, we wouldn't be here. So it's understanding when to be selfish. Is that right? Right or right? Leave me a message down below. It's really understanding, right? Because if you're doing well, everybody else around you will be doing well as well. If you're the type of person that it's a giver, not just a taker. So this is going to take us to level 4, okay? Level 4, it's purpose. And listen to what I actually have here for you. Purpose is by you discovering what is it that you're supposed to do here on earth. To find purpose is more about answering questions and asking the proper questions. And I'll give you a few of the questions that I personally, know that are crucially and that are important. For instance, how do I want to be remembered? Do you know how do you want to be remembered? Because at one point, life, physical life, it's just, temporary. I believe in energy, and I believe that we're infinite, but we're infinite at an energy level. So, but answer that question, because when people seek purpose, very few people truly live by purpose and reach that level 4. I remember when I read Mr. Abraham Maslow's book, the hierarchy of needs. He puts it on a pyramid, and the base, it's what I called, what I spoke about, survival. But the tip of that pyramid, it's about purpose. And questions that you need to ask yourself is exactly that. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to make an impact on this world? Realizing, why is it that you were put into this world? Realizing. So take a moment. Oftentimes we don't take a moment to do that. I'll give you an example. I tried so many different things in my life. And when I mean so many different things, trust me, I was from, delivering door hangers to being a dishwasher to, pizza driver, kitchen cook, putting my own restaurants, and you name it. And it wasn't until I came to a realization that I'm here to empower people, lead by example, show them that it's possible by obviously showing the path and showing them the way. Now, understand this, that, that's why I love to teach. I love to, mentor and be able to coach and be able to, show about how to invest in real estate and learning about money, learning about leadership and sales and things like that. Because at the end of the day, there's got to be something that you feel, that that you feel that you're made for. And it wasn't until basically I came to the real estate investing world, and, the network marketing world, which is, learning how to personally develop oneself and learning what is it that we're actually here for. So anyways, when you're in purpose, you're always looking to push the limits, out of your own, ceilings that you've created so that you can become a greater version of your own self. Because you've discovered what is it that you are meant to do in this earth. So if I were to tell you, only very few people, very few, maybe, 3 to 5% or even less, I would say, truly, deeply down in their soul, find their true purpose. So, that's why when you're in the purpose side, people, you can tell because people are working for legacy. They're working to help others. They're working because they want a global change. They want to impact, people. They're working in the enlightenment mode, in the self-actualization mode. And, it's very interesting because, people ask me often, Raul, why do you work so hard? And I say, listen, what you believe is work to me is really nothing more than having a lot of fun. I know it's Sunday and I'm here just for a few minutes with you. And let me tell you, I love it. I freaking love it. So until you don't understand the 4th level, until you don't live that level, you may seem like work as something that, you have to do the rest of your life. And don't get me wrong, I still work because I love working, because I love basically doing and coming to you and saying, okay, what is it that I can give you that can help you, that can, enhance your life? Because many people have enhanced my life. How can I give it back? How can I share with you? And bottom line, this is exactly what I'm doing. Right. So anyways, hopefully it works with you. And I can tell you, if you want to know why people don't reach the levels of purpose, well, maybe because, they just get stuck and distracted by living in survival mode, by, living in the middle class world. And once again, nothing wrong with that. It's just that, we got to be wiser. I was talking to my wife today and I said, listen, on the weekends, I get together with my family and I said, one of the things that I'm currently working right now, it's with my kids, our kids. It's, basically having them understand few things about life, like, finding their purpose, like understanding how money works, not because, everything is about money. It's because people, this is my belief, and you don't have to share this belief. Okay. But let's just say as an example, I know people that make a lot of money, but they don't know how money works. So therefore they go back to how they started, and it happened to me when I went bankrupt, when in my first decade. That's why today that I'm working on my third decade. Now I'm working on my third. My second decade has been a blast, has been a lot of a blast. In my third decade, I'm working on legacy. So hopefully you get to, join me through this journey. And, through this journey, I can help you, impact your own life. But, people sometimes get stuck on survival mode and they get stuck. I certainly did. I certainly got stuck in the status mode. I certainly got stuck on the freedom mode. You know why? Because once you reach freedom, you feel lonely. You feel like, you know what? I made it. And then you don't contribute anymore in the world. I've been there and I felt almost guilty to a degree. And that's why today it's about, empowering people. That's why today is about how can I give back, not only just money, but giving meaning, like giving time, like sharing knowledge with other people of how actually has worked for us as well. Right? So just understand that many people get caught up into the distractions and probably out of fear, out of maybe fear of failure, a fear of the unknown and uncertainty, especially today, what's happening around the world. You know what? Let's stop worrying about the external things because, we won't be able to, obviously do something about it, with everybody. But one thing is we don't have to change the world, the external world. We got to change our internal world. And when you do, trust me, you become the sage of other people that will basically help, that you will help to become better in their lives. All right. So anyways, thank you very much for being here with me today on Super Sunday. Those were the 4 levels of why. Survival, okay? The survival, the status, the freedom, and the purpose. Very few reach out to the purpose level, work on it, and one of the questions is, hey, who do you want to become? Who do you want to become? Why? What do you think that you were put into this world to do or to be? When you answer that and you take the time, that's when you start truly living a very different life. Thank you very much. Virtual hug. Get to see you next time. And always remember, if you're in the real estate world, you're one real estate deal away from changing your financial landscape. Thank you.